Hey there, it's Vicki Marie. I am just out and about with John, and 3 weeks of retirement. We have survived. It's been good. It's been really good. And I thought I would just share really quick with you a couple of the things that I've been working on just as far as my routines and lifestyle, because John being home now, our routines have changed. So in a good way, in a good way. For a while, I've been talking about the fact that I was having trouble sleeping. I'm getting ready to go into Albertsons to get a couple of things. It's Memorial Day weekend. Happy Memorial Day. I would just want to just really quickly just say to all the veterans, thank you so much from the bottom of our heart for your service, and the families as well. I'm from a military family. My dad was 20 years in the Navy and another 10 on reserve, and I know very well the sacrifice that we make. And I wasn't sleeping worth a darn. Like, I was really struggling for months. It would be just hit and miss. I'd get a good night's sleep every now and then, but for the most part, I wasn't sleeping, and that affects us. And I think it, as you guys know, if you're struggling with that, it's not fun. I try not to do prescription drugs when I don't have to, but I told John I was like this close, saying, okay, it's time for me to go and ask for some sleeping pills or something. I've never done that, but I was tempted. I didn't do that. The only medicine I am on is blood pressure medicine in a very small dose now. But I ended up, I started looking at my symptoms. I was losing a lot of hair. I'm not losing hair anymore, but I was losing a lot of hair. I wasn't sleeping. I was moody. I was not doing well. And I told John, something's got to change. I don't know what this is, but something's got to change. Two things happened in the last few weeks. First of all, it dawned on me. John made a comment. He said, Vic, you had these symptoms back, and he reminded me when I had them. It was right before I made my decision, and I'm not going to say to you, you should do this. I'm just sharing my own personal experience, because I think that's what helps us. I'm not an expert. I'm a retired life coach. I was in the industry for 30 years and very involved with that industry, and I'm now retired. So I'm passionate about helping people make changes that are sustainable, that work for them. It's got to work for them. It doesn't matter what I do. I can tell you what I do, but if it's not going to work for you, that does not help you. So I can only share with you what worked for me. I can tell you that I gave up Diet Coke way back when. I did not think I could. I was addicted to Diet Coke, and I've talked about that on my channel. I was losing a lot of hair. There were just some symptoms. I wasn't able to lose weight, and I could go on. But we did some research, and John and I both believed that it would probably be in my best interest to get off aspartame. I'm getting ready to go in and get me a smoothie here at the Tropical Smoothie, and then I got to pick up a couple things at Albertsons. So I'm like, it's getting hot in the car. Let me just say I made the decision to get off aspartame after doing some research. I'm not telling you you shouldn't be doing aspartame, but that's what's in Diet Coke. When I gave up aspartame, I gave up my at least one Coke a day for years, one Diet Coke a day for years habit. My hair stopped falling out. I definitely had some positive things, like I turned some things around, and I vowed I would never do that again. And then last year I started flirting with Coke Zero. I'll just say flirting with it. I'd have one every now and then pretty soon I was having, one couple a week, or I just have them for a special, like, if I have hamburger, I'm going to have a Coke Zero. And now it's in the restaurants, and I would have one when we went out. And it eventually turned into a full-on affair with Coke Zero. I was drinking at least one a day and have been for 3 months. I have not been sleeping. My hair is falling out, or was falling out again. And John said, you remember these symptoms before you were on Diet Coke? He said, does Coke Zero have aspartame? And I said, no. When I went on it, I glanced at the ingredients. I can tell you now, I saw what I wanted to see. It had another sweetener. but that sweetener wasn't aspartame. Once I saw that, I'm like, and somebody else, and I'd heard that, oh, it has a different sweetener. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to have it. It didn't have aspartame. Well, yeah, it does have, it has aspartame plus another sweetener. Sometimes I think we see what we want to see. There's the life we're living, and there's the life we think we're living. We, like the rubber meets the road when you actually take a breath in the moment and go, let's look at the truth. And I had one of those come into Jesus moments, I call them, where I looked very closely at the ingredients. I don't think I wanted to look. And I saw the aspartame. And as soon as I saw that, I put down my Coke Zero that I was sitting there drinking, and I said, I'm done. I had a long talk with my cousin Tammy. I love you, girl. We talked for a long time. She's very knowledgeable on some things, and she's invested money in studying and things, and really helped me out. I also have another really good friend who is really into Eastern medicine too, and so I said, I'm giving up aspartame, and I did. That moment, I have not had a sip of aspartame. I gave it up. I've now switched to I have 2 cups of coffee in the morning and nothing after that. No caffeine after 11 o'clock in the morning. And I've switched to Zevia soda and Bubble. I'll drink a Bubble, and I'll just put my own stevia extract in there. I carry my stevia extract everywhere I go. If I go to a restaurant, I'm ordering tea, and I put my own, and unsweetened, and I put my own stevia in there. What I can tell you is I've slept the best I have slept this last week. Every night I'm getting a really good night's sleep. And I've lost about 2 pounds, back on track. I'm working out, but I'm also working out with a new workout from my trainer. And I'm going to share that on a different video because I have some really exciting news, and where I can actually show you the exact workouts that I've been doing forever. This is pretty much what I paid my trainer for, but she wrote a book. I'm going to share that on a different video. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to share that with you. I'm not telling you to give up aspartame because we're all different. Our chemistries are different. I'm postmenopause. I am sensitive to certain things, and you may not be. And I'm just saying, if you're not having symptoms and you don't want to give up aspartame, don't give it up. I'm not telling you you should, and I'm not saying that my symptoms are from aspartame. I believe they are, personally, because I've just seen it happen twice now. Some people are addicted to cigarettes. Some people are addicted to other things, alcohol, whatever, I always said I was addicted to Diet Coke. And I don't want to compare that to somebody who has another issue, because I know I'm not saying it's the same, but I cannot, that's one of the things I still crave it. Even after not having any for a couple of weeks now, I crave it. But that's why I'm drinking it is carbonated water, Zevia and the Bubble, and I'm loving it. And it's like I'm loving the way I feel. The sleep that I'm getting is amazing. I haven't slept like this, and I can't even remember. So, all right, guys. Well, that's where I've been making these sustainable life changes. I'm sitting here looking at you, going, from this angle, you're going to see my turkey neck. I apologize, but I'm 58. I think I'm the happiest I've been in a long time because I'm getting sleep. When you're not sleeping and you have other health issues going on, it drains your life force, and you don't have the life force to put into the things that matter. And I'm all about managing your energy, managing your life force, your time, your money, your energy. And it starts by being really honest with yourself and just being willing to be open and curious and exploring, okay, what might be causing this. Don't be like me and say, no, it's not the aspartame. I'm not going to look too close to that label, because deep inside, I think I knew that that wasn't going to be good for me. We have to learn to trust our gut, trust ourselves. So I'm a huge believer in intuition and tapping that inner genius and creativity to make our life work better. So, all right, guys, I have some other exciting things to share with you too, but we're going to save those for other videos. I want to thank you for being here take really good care. I'm going to get myself a smoothie. Happy Memorial Day. Thank you so much to the veterans out there and to the families. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. And God bless you. I'll see you on the next one.